Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. This is Running on Empty Food Review. I am your host, the Report of the Week, and thank you for checking in and tuning in to this newest review. Sit back, get some popcorn or alternative, get the water. If you're in the car, make sure you buckle up. You already should be, but, really make sure. Because what you are about to hear may very likely be the greatest story you've ever heard in your life. No exaggerations. It has it all. It's going to have twists and turns. It might make you cry. It might make you laugh. You might be doing both simultaneously. You're probably going to feel every emotion conceivable. And you're also going to be slightly better informed about the deep-fried turkey club sandwich from Arbys as well. Here we go. Thanksgiving 2020. Obviously, it's not your standard Thanksgiving. Obviously, things are a bit different this year. And I think a lot of people are contemplating, what should even be done for Thanksgiving this time around? Should there be the traditional family gathering? Should there be that traditional feast? Should there not be? A lot of folks are conflicted. And we have a nameless individual meant to represent the common person. People just like you, sitting alone in their room, lost. What is going to happen this Thanksgiving? Decisions. And there's this aura of understandable sadness. All of a sudden, the door, which was closed, by the way, I don't know if it was locked, that's not really relevant to the story, swings open. As a matter of fact, it swings open so hard, it falls off the hinges. And in emerges this, obviously corporate manufactured creature, which is meant to represent Arbys as a company, maybe in a future commercial, something like a mascot. It's not a person, and don't think of something like Bigfoot. Think of it like the Loch Ness Monster. It's like it's slithering in. And it screams, if you could imagine this, "Fear not, we have the meats." Arbys is saving the day, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Arbys is releasing, or re-releasing, I should say, their deep-fried turkey club sandwich. They're saving Thanksgiving. I think that's a bit extreme, but that's actually how they are advertising it, not with any sort of silly creature. I don't know why I even made that garbage up. But they are saying, look, Thanksgiving might not be normal this year. We have these alternatives. They even say, look, this might not be your aunt's Thanksgiving dinner, but maybe that's a good thing. They're kind of taking some shots at it, but they're saying, look, Thanksgiving's different, we know that, but we have these alternatives here. If you want to give it a try, it's there if you want to, it's up to you. They've released 2 sandwiches for Thanksgiving, and today we're going to be trying out the deep-fried turkey club sandwich. Now, they've had this in years past, and I've never tried it out, so it's going to be interesting, especially, I think more folks this year are going to be getting perhaps, different sorts of takeout on Thanksgiving as opposed to years previous. So we're going to see if this is going to be a suitable Thanksgiving alternative or feast or dinner or whatever you want to call it. But here's what the deep-fried turkey club sandwich from Arbys has on it. It comes with pepper bacon, cheddar cheese, your deep-fried turkey breast, tomatoes, lettuce, mayo on a star-cut bun. Price for this is $5 if you want the sandwich by itself. If you want it as a meal, which comes with your soft drink, it comes with your curly fries, and the sandwich. You can get the meal for $9. And I went with the meal today. I was feeling a little more peckish, as they say. I got the fries, and I got the drink. I can use a straw now. My mouth is I went to another appointment. They said it's healing up great, so I could even drink through a straw now, which is fantastic. Reusing the straws best to my ability, to my part, but I'm glad to be able to use the straws again. That's always a good feeling. But yeah, we have the sandwich here. We're just gonna see if it's good. We're just gonna see if it's a good holiday-esque turkey sandwich. So let's change the sitting position to the eating stance now, as they say. I guess I'm sitting, so you know what I mean. Here it is in the Arby's box, or as some say, RVs. There it is with the hat, the famous hat. There it is. You can see that cheddar cheese on it already. You get the turkey. Looks like a piece of turkey actually kind of fell off. So let's debun it. Let's get the goods back on here. Is that a piece of turkey? Yes, it is. Piece of turkey with a blob of cheddar on it. This is what it looks like. You can see the big glob of mayo there. And then some more mayo. And, you know, everything is kind of stacked on top of each other, you know, so it's like, you can't see all that much, but you can see you got the turkey there, you got the cheddar cheese, you've got the mayo. I see a tiny piece of bacon in there. I don't really see tomatoes, but I think there's probably one hiding in there somewhere. So that's what it's got. We're going to see what it tastes like. We're going to see how good this is. Hey, is this going to be what saves Thanksgiving? We will find out. Before anything else, if you've watched enough of these videos, you know what's coming right now. Let's do a quick shot for the thumbnail before I sink my teeth in here. So let's get something like this. You know, like that. You get a little bit of a close-up shot. Kind of hunching over a little bit, but it is what it is. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. So, the deep-fried turkey club sandwich from Arby's. Let's see how good this is. It's going in. An almost frantic search for a napkin. Guess we want a little bit of turkey with that mayo. Take one more bite. I'm looking around, I can't say I really just want to bite into this and just get an entire mouthful of mayo. I don't want that tonight. Well, here's what we've got. There's some good things about this and some bad things. They were right in terms of the ad. This is definitely not, you know, your aunt's Thanksgiving dinner. It's not a traditional Thanksgiving feast by any means. I think some people will really like this. Some won't. It's definitely one of those sandwiches that I'll explain what there is to it and what you might like. This won't necessarily be for everyone, and it's not necessarily for me, but I do have a personal bias in terms of mayo, granted the preparation here, which I will, clearly state. Alright, number one, let's just talk about the most important thing. The deep-fried turkey breast, how is it? There was a good amount of it on the sandwich, at least. It's cut into little pieces, chunks, so to speak, but you get it. I like that the meat is actually a little on the juicier side. Turkey meat, I have found, can occasionally seem very dry, very lackluster. This is some of the more flavorful turkey I've had. So, honestly, the turkey quality is pretty good. I gotta give them credit on that. And there's a bit more of it than I anticipated, honestly. So that's the good thing. The star of the show, the turkey, is pretty good. There's a good amount of it. It tastes good. So if you're looking for that, double thumbs up. If you like mayo, and you like tons of it, the more mayo the better. All the mayo that you could ever conceive on a sandwich, this has your name on it because that's exactly what we've got. I don't like that one single bit, but I know a lot of folks out there, they like their mayo. I just don't like mayo. Yeah, it adds moisture to the sandwich, I get it, but I don't like biting into something and having a mouthful of mayo and very little else. I really, really don't like that at all. But for those of you who like mayo, then you're going to like it a lot because there's tons of it on this sandwich. The cheddar cheese is there. It adds a little bit of flavor. Here's two things that I just have a complaint about. There's only a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of bacon on this. I wish there was more. I could barely taste any, and when I looked, there's barely any. Tiny little bits of it, it seemed. I don't even think one whole bacon strip at all. It's like half of a strip of bacon on this. So not much bacon at all in terms of what was there. And there were no tomatoes. Some people think that's a good thing. That's fine. You like what you like. But I just, I like getting the full experience. No tomatoes on this sandwich. Now, that's an issue with preparation. That's not Arby's fault as a company. It's just the one that I got. So it's a mixed bag. Of course, again, the main thing, the deep-fried turkey, is pretty good. Everything else is a standard at best, if not below average. So, out of 10, I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. Now, if you really like all of these components, you might think of it a bit higher, but for me, it has the one good component, the turkey, and everything else is just a bit lackluster. Too much mayo for me, that kind of ruins the sandwich a bit. The cheddar cheese is kind of just there. Not enough bacon, no tomato, so that's why I feel the way that I feel about it. Again, one good thing, and everything else, again, is bad or lackluster. So that's what it comes down to. That's what we've got for you. Yeah, it's certainly not your aunt's Thanksgiving dinner. It's a turkey sandwich. The turkey is good. Everything else, so-so, is really all that we've got. So that's why it has the rating that it has. Again, kind of average. If everything else was better, it would have been a much better rating. But, luck of the draw. That's what it comes down to. With that, that's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the Report of the Week. That's all for today's review. Thank you. Be safe, be healthy wherever you are. I wish you all the very best. Until next time, take care.